Okay, this is a thank you video to the guys over at Unplugged Solar. Unplugged DIY Solar and Signature Solar for this Anker Solix C1000X. I was the winner of this in their podcast that they do every Thursday night, uh, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday night. And you definitely want to be there if you're interested in solar. You want to start learning about solar. You want to network with people who are into solar. That's the place to be every Thursday night. It's a really, really good time, and a lot of knowledgeable people in the chat, as well as the three hosts. So this thing, it does 1,800 watts, but it'll surge up to 2,400 watts, and it'll surge on this plug. Okay, all the other plugs do the 1,800 watts, and I think they might go up to 2,000. It came with the power cord. It came with a charger for the like a car charger cord with this XT60, and if you so desired, you could put an additional battery on it. And there's a lot of videos up right now about ways to connect additional batteries to, like batteries that are not from the specific brand for these power stations. And that's what I'm interested in. I probably will not purchase the actual Anker Solix battery, but what I'm interested in doing, and I'm going to try to do a video on it at some later date, is hooking a 48 volt battery to this. And this has already been successfully done to just about every brand. What they do is they hook a 48 volt battery up to this XT60 connector. And if you look, I don't know if we're going to focus. Focus. There we go. Well, it did it and it didn't do it. But if you look, you see where it says 60 volts, 12.5 amps? So that gives you your 600 watt max. When you hook a battery up with no charger connected to the battery, then you can stay underneath that amperage limit right there, because this unit would just be pulling voltage and amperage from the battery. So a 48 volt battery at 12.5 amps, it's going to pull its max is 600 watts. Now, so that means you could hook a 5 kilowatt, 10 kilowatt, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever. Doesn't make any difference. It's only going to pull 600 watts. Now, I see a lot of videos about that, and that's great. But what I would like to try and figure out, and if anybody knows how to do this already, please link the video down in the comments. But what I would like to do is be able to hook a separate solar panel array to a charge controller, and then feed a big battery bank, and then in between the battery bank and this unit, would be something that will stop the amperage from being higher than 12.5. That way, let's say you had a power outage and you had a small house. Like I have a small rental, which I can cool that rental. I'm in the South, and I'm in the real South. Some people say they're in the South, and they're talking about Tennessee. No shots or anything, but You know, if you can't dip your feet in the Gulf of Mexico, you're not South. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm just kidding, y'all. The battery, have a box between the battery, or a device between the battery and here, that while the big battery bank is charging, this can be replenishing the 1 kilowatt battery that's built into it and continuing to run. And so that small house that I was telling you about, I can cool that house with a single window unit, 6,000 BTU window unit. So in a grid down situation, if I had to retreat to that place with this unit, if I could set up, say, a 2,000 watt array and feed a 10 kilowatt battery, I could charge and use it all during the day without ever having to touch it, without having to charge up one battery and then unplug that battery and plug up another battery and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do all that. So that's the thing, is to be able to do it while it's charging and not exceed the amperage. Now, if you have a different brand, remember, yours may not be a 600 watt max. Yours may be something else. You may have different amperage and voltage numbers there coming through that XT, and that's what you need to go by. You need to understand that before you start hooking things to it. But again, I just want to thank the guys, and I will be doing some videos on it in the future. Check them out. Unplugged DIY Solar, and every Thursday night. Peace.